All right, we're back with an update on the 80 series 1FZ head gasket that's turned into a complete engine refresh. Bring you over here first. So this is the transmission wire harness. I did a repair a few months ago. I found a bunch of brittle casing, and I knew that having it in the truck, it wasn't going to get as clean and neat as I wanted it to be. So this was a pain in the butt to get out. The last three connectors above the transfer case were just really hard. So anyway, glad I got it out. Gonna rebuild that whole thing. Gonna use some Tessa tape, make it all clean and nice, and then I won't have to touch it again. Went ahead and went with a new factory radiator and a new fan shroud. Kind of wanted a Ron Davis. That was kind of always been on the list, but with everything going on, it's sort of cost prohibitive with as high as the cost of that radiator have gone. That wire harness I'm gonna redo coincides with this brand new wire harness. Pretty excited about this. I got this from Joey Wits End, along with my gasket kit and a bunch of other parts. He's just great to work with. So really appreciate all the things that he has and everything he does. So we'll spin you around here to the truck. So originally, last video, we had a leak, top dead center, cylinder number 1, coming out of the cooling system. So we knew that wasn't right. Tore everything down, was going to go ahead and just replace the head gasket. Then I sort of hit pause, started looking a little bit deeper, and realized that some things didn't look quite right. So I went ahead and went for it. I pulled both oil pans, and I pulled the timing chain cover. Maybe I should have just pulled the block. It felt like, 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I've got a tractor. I could have pulled it out, but I felt like I could do everything with it in place. So one of the tricks was I unbolted the cross member for the transmission, and I lifted the engine a little bit, like an inch, and I used 2 little 3/4 inch pieces of plywood underneath, and I shimmed it, and then I was able to get the upper oil pan in and out, no problem. The gasket maker took me 5 minutes just to get it all the way around the upper pan. So hopefully it's fine. It was cool out, and I think it was still pretty supple. It wasn't dried over, so we should be good. I got it in within like 6 minutes, but yeah, that's it for this. So behind the timing chain cover, really glad I took it apart. The timing chain guides were broke. When I took them out, they actually fell apart in my hands, and then the O-rings for the coolant for the oil, and then the oil uptake inlet, they were so brittle. Literally, when you pushed on them, they literally just cracked and broke. So we'll spring you around here, and cams. I cleaned everything up. So that was the last piece. Everything looks new and specs out. I mic'd everything, so it's good to go. And then we'll bring you over here to this last piece. So the head's ready. It's built. It's all redone. It's all refreshed. I was going to put that in today, and then I realized the VSV was broke. So I went ahead and switched gears, and I'll order a new one of these. Probably have it Tuesday. But this was interesting. I always wondered how this worked, so I kind of played with this and heated it up. And basically, this stays normally closed, and this is normally open to atmosphere. And then when the engine heats up to a certain temperature, this middle plunger clicks, and that allows these two to be connected. And then there's a third spot here with the vent cap that goes to atmosphere as well. So anyway, if you're ever wondering about the VSV, that's how it works. And I'm glad I took it out, and I'm going to wait until I get the new one to put the head in so that I'm not fighting it. I got plenty of other things that I can do. So the new wiring harness, I decided to get a brand new pesky heater hose pipe that came with a factory hose, and I went ahead and used the breeze clamps and cut off the clamp that was on there from the factory. And then I titanium exhaust taped the EGR. Because the new wiring harness has reflective tape on it, I just wanted to put this on for a little bit of extra insurance. I had this on my last harness, which worked out pretty well for me with some reflective tape underneath, but doing a little bit different this time. Also took the time to drill and tap my outlet. So I've got a AEM programmable gauge that I'll be putting in for water temperature. I hear this is a few degrees warmer than what the computer reads from down below, but we'll see. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Good luck if you're working on your 1FC and rebuilding or doing a head gasket. Yeah, it's doable in the truck. It's not a nightmare. Just plan it out correctly. Take care.